Hey all, it's Andrew from Toilets of Titles here, and I thought I'd just take a quick opportunity to talk about the Michael Thomas injury. So, in this bathroom break, we're just going to discuss what your best options are. Now, if you're like me, you've had Michael Thomas on your roster for at least 18 months, and you've dealt with last year where he got injured last year. He also had his problems with punching a teammate, and that really decreased his value overall, which meant that going into this year, you probably weren't getting the value you would hope. In some startup drafts, he was definitely going in the second or third round, which probably sort of seems a bit high. But I think in general, the fantasy community was expecting that bounce back. But the flip side was people weren't willing to pay that money for presuming a bounce back. So you were probably holding on to him, hoping that this was going to be the season that he was going to bust out again. And instead, we've got this scenario where he's now going to miss, 8 to 10 months even. So it makes it really hard to try and get any value. So in this position, really all you can do is hold on to him. My concern is I'm worried that he's going full Antonio Brown and, are we going to see the best of him again? He was 28 going in anyway. So he's, getting on the older age of a wide receiver. And then on top of that, we just don't know who his quarterback's going to be at the moment. So I can understand that there's some concerns there, but fantasy's a stock market. It's everyone's going up or down or holding steady, and I feel like he's going down at the moment, and you're just not going to get that value you expect. So at this stage with Michael Thomas, hold on to him, see what happens with the surgery, see if it goes well, see who the starting quarterback is for the Saints. Then look and hope that maybe he gets a couple of good games in towards the end of the year, and then if he does, then he might have some extra value that you can then flip for future picks or whatever else you want to do with him. But anytime you get this kind of news, sometimes you get in your head you need to panic sell. Don't panic sell, just hold and wait. Anytime that you're going to have this kind of news, just know that everyone else has got the same news as you, and so it means that value is low. Don't sell when value's low, make sure that you're trying to sell when value's high. And sometimes that's just a case of picking the right time. So, another case of, Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. It's, Jordan Love was one of those people where no one's really sure if he can play. But if he's a starting quarterback in the NFL, and particularly if you're playing in a 2-quarterback league, then he has value. So all you can really do is try and pick him up on the cheap. And then all of a sudden, we hear this talk that maybe Aaron Rodgers is going to retire, and the value of Jordan Love has actually jumped. So if you've got Jordan Love stock at the moment, I would probably be looking to sell. I think it's a really good time to sell because I'm just not confident. If you're confident in him, then hold on to him by all means. But if you're not confident, now's that time to sell and try and get good value because there's some kind of skepticism on who the quarterback is going to be. And that's, a good time to get some good value because if Rodgers comes back and plays, then you start worrying about whether or not we've got a Josh Rosen situation where, we might not even see Love take the field ever. So, now's a great time to sell Jordan Love if you've got him. And at the flip side of that is if you've got Michael Thomas, hold tight and then hope for great things later on. So I hope you enjoyed this bathroom break and we'll see you all soon.